Hello, I've written them off for giving them stick all season, but congratulations Arsenal, on winning the Premier League title. Excellent stuff after so many years, you've got it. But it's not all over, there's still European places to be decided. A relegation scrap between West Ham and Spurs. In the final game week 38 of the Premier League. And this is Offside and Untap with me, Tricky. Hope you're all well. The final beer of the season this week. Going for another mild one. This one is called Rosa Blanca. You see that one? Rosa Blanca, 660ml bottle. Very easy going, 3.4% alcoholic volume. £1.90 purchase from the favourite Home Bargains. Cheers, everybody. It's a very warm day today, so a little beer before the school run will not go amiss. So, last time out, Game week 37 points, a bit of a failure, as there's been plenty this season, as you know. 3 points from 10 games, 3 correct results, no perfect scores. Unfortunately, this time out, I only get 1 perfect score, not this last week. Trickys Treble, close, very close, 2 out of the 3. Newcastle and Leeds did the job. Leeds late on with that Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal. But because Chelsea held on to beat Spurs, massive win. Not only did it stop Newcastle getting a shot at Europe, but it also meant the bet went down. So the pot for Dimension UK stayed at £62. Here we go. Last game week 38, score predictions. So we've got Brighton versus Manchester United. Manchester United lost the fewest final day games in Premier League history with only 4 defeats in all those years since 1992. Brighton have got 3 teams below them vying for European spots and will be desperate for Brighton to lose this game. And I'm going to go for Manchester United 1-0 win at Brighton. Burnley versus Wolves. It's a battle to avoid to avoid the wooden spoon. Bottom of the table, both relegated already, of course. Wolves have been there since the 31st of August last year. Wouldn't it be ironic if they were to win this game at Burnley and not finish bottom on the last day of this season? And I'm going to go for that. I think these things are fated. Burnley 1, Wolves 2. Palace versus Arsenal. Both like to see B teams playing because of the future endeavours that they're going to have in European finals. Arsenal in the Champions League, Palace in the Conference League, I should say. Both teams sealed their fate in the league. So Palace 1, Arsenal 3. Fulham versus Newcastle. Newcastle, and they've played the final game in London. They're unbeaten in 7, 6 wins and a draw. Osula, thriller. Absolute thrill at the moment for Newcastle. Coming into good form, thriller moments. Neither team much to play for in this game. Minor places in the middle of the table. Fulham 1, Newcastle 2. Liverpool versus Brentford. Will Salah get his send-off in front of Anfield after his comments during the week about the team, about the manager? If it was me, I'd probably say no. But he probably will. And his last final, it's the last time Liverpool lost final game of the season was Steven Gerrard's last game against Stoke City back in 2014 when they lost 6-1. They won't be hoping for a repeat of that. But I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Brentford 0, which doesn't do Brentford any favours European spots either. Manchester City versus Villa. Pep has come out. He's leaving the club at the end of the season. It was the world's worst kept secret in the end. City will want to give Pep a massive send-off with a performance fitting of the occasion. Aston Villa, to be fair, after their Europa League win, probably still recovering and got a massive hangover from that, would be if it was me. I'm going to go for Man City to win with style 4-1. Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. Forest players on the beach for me. Already survived the relegation scrap that they've had all season. Bournemouth are absolutely purring. 17 games unbeaten. 17 unbeaten. Nearly half a season unbeaten, which is phenomenal. Got themselves into a position where if Aston Villa come 5th, Bournemouth will be in the Champions League. And with a stadium of 12,000 capacity, that's phenomenal. And I'm going to go for Forest 1, Bournemouth 3. Bournemouth, amazing team to watch. I'm going to go for that score. Sunderland-Chelsea, head-to-head battle for the minor European spots. Chelsea have got a little bit more know-how in these situations than Sunderland. Obviously, Sunderland have been away from the top for so long. And I think Chelsea will be desperate to get one of those spots. Sunderland 1, Chelsea 3. Spurs versus Everton. Everton, I've got a feeling this is going to be a bit dramatic again. A lot of the games have been dramatic. I reckon Everton are going to be leading until probably 94th, 95th minute. And then there's going to be the likes of a James Maddison popping up, scoring an equaliser right at the end to keep Spurs up, because a draw would be enough pretty much in this last game. Spurs 2, Everton 2, going for the Desmond in this one. Which means, so West Ham versus Leeds, if that did happen, if that draw happens, even a win for West Ham, unless it's like 13-14-0, which is very unlikely as we know, they keep them up on goal difference. So I think West Ham will get this win. I think they'll get this win in front of the crowd, but it won't be enough, sadly for them, I don't think. And it would mean that West Ham go down. I'm going to go for West Ham 1, Leeds 0. And the final Trickys Treble of this season, not one too many, unfortunately. I've gone for some exotic results. I really haven't. It's probably cost me on the whole. But this week, Newcastle to beat Fulham, Bournemouth to beat Forest, Chelsea to beat Sunderland, a £3 bet with Ladbrokes boost, £28.91 returns from that bet. And it'd be nice to put some more money in the pot for Dementia UK. I'm going to make that donation next week once the season's finished. £62 currently the pot. So that would bring another £15 in for Dementia UK. If this week's Trickys Treble happens, be nice to win the last one of the season. That's it for this episode, the last one. Thanks to everyone who's watched throughout the season. I've never done anything like this before. Really enjoyed doing YouTube videos, actually in the shorts as well. Thanks to all the subscribers, 126 currently. And there's a few more on TikTok as well. Please comment your predictions if you want to beat Tricky. 1 point per game for the result, and 3 points for the exact score. Maximum points tally 30 for the week. See if you can beat Tricky. Good luck to your team. Hope you enjoy the last game week of the season. World Cup's next. Cheers everyone. Enjoy your weekend.